Hey everyone, today we're going to be changing the battery in a 2013 Chevy Traverse. This battery change is the same procedure you would do for a GMC Acadia and the Buick Enclave. And we're going to see where the battery is located. It's pretty unique for these cars. It's underneath the rear passenger seat. Now, after moving the rear passenger seat all the way in the forward position, we're going to go and pull up this cover. It has 3 or 4 tabs that connect it. Then we're going to use a T20 Torx driver to remove this bolt. And we're just going to lift up the cover, and there is the battery. Basically, we're going to get the 10mm ratchet and loosen up the negative post. And we're going to pinch these 2 tabs to open up the positive battery cover so that we could loosen up the positive battery post. And when we pull these cables out, we're gonna secure them off to the side, try to keep them out of the way. This way we could lift the battery. And then we're gonna remove this little electrical connector, and we're gonna be very careful not to force it. And there's a little tab you press and slide it out. I removed the vent tube, which is important on this battery since it's located inside the passenger compartment. Then we're going to take a 13mm drive with a long extension and remove the battery tie down bolt. Take note on how to replace this plastic holder. This way we could replace it the same way. Over here I'm removing the vent tube elbow. This way it doesn't break when I remove the battery. It's tricky to remove this battery because it has no handle and it's smooth on all the sides. So basically you could take 2 vice grips, use a little insulator on the positive cable, and use it to lift the battery straight up out of the compartment. Here's the new battery. We're going to prep it to get ready to be installed. We're going to remove these post covers, and take note on the positive side it has a vent plug. I used a vent plug from the old battery, and I'm going to seal up the vent plug on the side of the positive battery post, and I'm going to install the elbow for the vent tube before putting the battery in. Make sure everything's out of the way to try to make this as easy as possible. That wasn't too difficult to slide the battery in, and just needed a few adjustments to set it into place. Now I'm going to replace the battery hold down block. Go in reverse order, replace the 13mm bolt. I'll hand tighten this bolt until I get resistance, and then come in with the ratchet to tighten it down. This way it doesn't bounce around or get loose in the car. I put the positive post on first, make sure I get good contact, and tighten it down, and the same for the negative. Don't forget to connect this electrical connector that we disconnected before by lighting up the tabs and sliding and locking it into place, and make sure it's out of the way of anything. And here I'm sliding the rubber vent tube back onto the vent tube elbow, making sure it's got a good connection, making sure there's no kinks. Reinstalling the negative battery post. Everything will be tightened down, hand snug. I'm not using a torque wrench, I'll just put it tight enough so that it doesn't come loose or bounce around. Making sure to go over all my work, making sure all connections are secured. I'll slide this cover back on. You got two tabs on the end, you slide in first, then reinstalling with the T20 Torx driver. And gonna put back this plastic seat tab. It's got 3 or 4 tabs. Make sure they line up. There's a little tab right there which you slide in first, and then press down on the part and the tab should lock in place. Pretty simple. Basically it's done. Replace the mat. Everything seems to be okay. It started up right away. The problem I was having was a weak battery. It was about 5 years old, so that's about the time a battery starts nearing the end of its life in my experience. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It costs nothing. Thanks for stopping by. Hope this helped out. See you later.